Hi guys, Ryan here. Today I have a manga box set review video for you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So, we got the very first Bleach manga box set, which contains volumes 1 to 21. I love the art style for Bleach. It's one of the best out there. So yeah, we got Ichigo, the main character, Uru, the Quincy. They butt heads, but they become friends. And then we have Orihime with her hairpin powers. We got Chad, who has brute strength and powers of his own. So yeah, this has a very clean look to the box. All the manga volumes have a clean look and they match this box set well. Here's volume 9 for example, and it perfectly matches it with the colors. So yeah, I'm going to go over the manga and everything this box set contains. Alright, so there's the front. Here is the top. We got Uru, Squad 4 Healer, Ganju, Ichigo, Orihime, and Chad. And it says up top, includes manga volumes 1 through 21, double-sided poster, and a Bleach collector's booklet. Alright, so we have the side of the box here with Ichigo, Ganju, Uru, Orihime, and Chad. Very cool. And then we got the back here, which looks very nice. And this is cool though because it has characters all along the sides. And when you take off the top, it has more characters here. We got Rangiku, Tashiro, Aizen. We got Rukia's brother. And then Uru there. Chad here. Ganju there. And then on the inside of the box we got the mascot of Bleach, Cone. Right there. On the inside of the box. And this is Bleach up top here. So yeah. That is almost all of the box set itself. Alright, so this side here has Bleach, Ganju, Ichigo, Squad 4 Healer, Rukia. So yeah, that's it for the box set, so I'm going to show the manga next. Alright, so we have the very first 9 volumes of Bleach here. So, originally, Bleach was one of the main reasons I was into anime and manga. So I got into Bleach in the 4th grade and I've been a fan ever since. I haven't seen all the episodes yet. Not only I haven't seen the newest season with the Thousand Blood Year War arc. There's a lot of episodes that I haven't seen. I started watching them back in the day when I was younger, but yeah, I kind of dropped off because I didn't have access to the newest episodes, basically. So yes, we have Ichigo Kurosaki here on the front with his sword, his Zanpakuto, and he doesn't start off as a Soul Reaper, but he does start off where he has been able to see ghosts his whole life, so he's kind of connected to the spirit realm in a way. And the story and art is done by Tite Kubo. This is a Shonen Jump manga. And there are 74 volumes that you can collect for Bleach. You can get them all in the box sets, with box set 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, there's the front. Very iconic artwork. So I'm going to read the back. Volume 1, Strawberry and the Soul Reapers. Ichigo Kurosaki has always been able to see ghosts, but his ability doesn't change his life nearly as much as his close encounter with Rukia Kuchiki, a Soul Reaper and member of the mysterious Soul Society. While fighting a hollow, an evil spirit that preys on humans who displays psychic energy, Rukia attempts to lend Ichigo some of her powers so that he can save his family. But much to her surprise, Ichigo absorbs every last drop of her energy. Now a full-fledged Soul Reaper himself, Ichigo quickly learns that the world he inhabits is one full of dangerous spirits, and along with Rukia, who is slowly regaining her powers, it's Ichigo's job to protect the innocent from hollows and help the spirits themselves find peace. So it's his job to serve and work and take out the hollow monsters. So yeah, that's volume 1. We got Ichigo there, and then we got Ichigo and Rukia on the back. And then, speaking of Rukia, Here she is on volume 2. She's one of my favorite characters in all of Bleach. And Bleach has really cool power abilities with like the swords that they use to fight. And there's multiple levels to the swords. So there's first the regular level, and there's a name for it, but I don't know the name. And then the second power-up is known as Bankai, which is really hard to achieve. You gotta train really hard to achieve that kind of power ability. It takes a lot of hard work. So we got volume 2. So we got Rukia and Ichigo with the Kurakura town schoolmates. And then we got volume 3 with Orihime, who likes Ichigo. We got the back with them all on the couch. I recently got an art book for Bleach, and I went through the whole thing. I flipped through the whole thing, so if you want to check that out, feel free to do so. But yeah, the artwork is fantastic for Bleach. So yeah, this is my review of it, the very first box set, since I've read it all. And I think it was either Claymore or Bleach. One of the two was my very first manga box set that I ever bought. And Bleach is definitely nostalgic for me because I've been into it for so long, ever since 4th grade. So yeah, we got volume 4 with Uru, the Quincy. Like I said earlier, he butt heads with Ichigo, but they end up working together. So we got Yuzu, Ichigo, and Rukia there. Love the sense of style in Bleach, with what the characters are wearing with their clothes. And we got volume 5 with Chad, one of the strongest and coolest characters in all of Bleach. And yeah, basically, after Rukia lends her powers to Ichigo, she gets in trouble with the Soul Society. They take her in, and they're going to execute her, which is terrible, absolutely terrible. And yeah, so Ichigo has to save her. We meet Renji and Rukia's brother at that point in time. We got Hat and Clogs or Kisuke. Very fun character. Love that artwork right there with all the different characters, all of Ichigo's friends. Kon right there, of course. Then we got volume 7 with Rukia's brother. One of the strongest characters, for sure. And the fights are epic and intense and dramatic. Bleach is a lot of fun. Tade Kubo creates like these big sandboxes to like fill characters with and create epic moments. And we have Ichigo's inner sword power, which is this guy right here. And looks like he's wearing like a baseball kind of clothes with a scarf. Then we got volume 9. She helps them break into the Soul Society, so Ichigo, Orihime, Chad, and Uru, speaking of which, here they are attempting to break into the Soul Society. So yeah, all of them are attempting to rescue Rukia from being executed. Alright, moving on to the next pile of Bleach that we have here. So, we got volume 11 with Renji Obarai, who's mutuals and friends with Rukia. Even though he has to like take her in and because Rukia's in trouble with the Soul Society. But they've known each other for a long time, ever since they were kids. They went to school to become Soul Reapers and everything like that. So they have a past and a history. There's Ganju, Ichigo, Squad Floor Healer, and then Rukia. So the fight with Renji and Ichigo is very dramatic, emotional, and epic. And we got volume 12 with Aizen, one of the most mysterious characters in Bleach. He's a squad captain, and there's many squad captains. There we have the back of the box set and kind of the top kind of part. But I love how all these volumes match the box set like I showed earlier. So we got Kenpachi here. His fight with Ichigo is so cool. It's really interesting seeing Ichigo and his friends take on the whole Soul Society and all the Soul Reapers and captains and stuff, and it's like It's not an easy mission, but Ichigo and his friends go regardless. So we got the Squad 4 healer. He's very helpful to Ichigo and his friends. And yeah, he's a menacing squad captain. Toshiro is one of my favorite characters in all of Bleach. His Bankai sword is so cool. His power ability. And Ichigo definitely has to train hard if he wants to save Rukia. So we got Volume 10 with Ganju. That's out of place, actually, now that I just noticed that. So Ichigo and Ganju, they butt heads, but they end up working together regardless. So we got Volume 15 with this character in the shadows. And yeah, a lot of interesting things are happening during the Soul Society arc. That's a really cool illustration with everybody. So we got Toshiro. He's awesome. And this illustration is amazing. One of my favorite covers from Bleach. We got Yoroichi. Very cool. She helps out Ichigo a lot with training and everything. And Kisuke and Yoroichi are friends, comrades. We got Suifon, who used to work for Yoroichi, but doesn't anymore, and they run into each other and it's very emotional. And we got Volume 19 with Ichigo in his Bankai form. It's interesting how his Bankai and his regular sword are completely different in terms of like size. Like his regular sword is pretty large, like one of the largest Zanpakutos ever, and then his regular Bankai sword is really small but deadly. And we got Gin. Definitely a creepy looking cover. We got Rukia with her Soul Reaper powers, Orihime, and Ichigo all fighting. Alright, and then last we got Volume 21, which ends the first manga box set for Bleach. That's cool, they're wearing like suit and ties. Look like they're straight out from Men in Black, the movie. Alright, so there's some extra stuff. So we're going to go over that right now. So we got Bleach Travel Guide with 4 characters here. So yeah, we have explanation of the Soul Society, Kurakura Town map. So that's fun having this. Nice little bonus. And then lastly we have here is a double-sided poster with Renji, Rukia, Ichigo, Orihime, and Chad, with the letter B for Bleach in orange. And then this is amazing. So yeah, we got Ichigo there with his Zanpakuto with the flames and fire and red and orange. So that's awesome. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this review video. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, peace out. Hi guys, Ryan here. Today I have an awesome unboxing video for you guys, and this is going to be the second Bleach manga box set, which contains volumes 22 to 48. So now I have the entirety of the Bleach manga. So that's way awesome. I'm really excited to read through it. I've read through the first box set, and I can't wait to read through this and the third Bleach box set. But, yeah. Before I show the box set, I gotta get the plastic off. Alright, and I got this brand new. Off this website called abooks.com. And I got it for under the normal price. So that was awesome. Alright, so I got all the plastic off, so now we can see the box set without the plastic. So, Ichigo Kurosaki, the main character with the orange hair. It says Bleach here in kind of dark gray. It says box set 2, volumes 22 to 48. And then it says Bleach at the bottom. And then this has one continuous image all around, so that's really cool. So yeah, it says Bleach there, box set 2, volumes 22 to 48. So yeah, we can see somebody's sword right here, and yeah, that's that side. Here's the other side. So we got Ichigo and Rukia, the duo, the friends. And we got the back with Kenpachi, Zaraki, Renji Ibara, Ichigo Kurosaki, and then Rukia Kuchiki right here. That looks insanely cool. And at the top it says Bleach again. Box set 2 includes volumes 22 to 48, bonus Bleach pilot mini comic, and exclusive color 2-sided poster. So this is amazing. And yeah, one thing I didn't show yet of the box is the very top. So there it is. There's the very top of the box set with the different characters and Ichigo at the bottom. We have Toshiro, Rukia's brother, and more. Alright, time to open this box set up for the very first time. Okay, cool. Oh, we see Toshiro here. And yeah, so that image continues on from the back to the side. That's really dope. So, there's the side of the box with Ichigo and his different forms of power with his inner hollow kind of abilities. That's really cool. Love that illustration. I think my favorite one on the inside of the box set, though, is definitely box set 3, but still cool nonetheless. Alright. And now, let's take a look at the manga. So, it says Bleach here, again, by Tite Kubo. He does both story and art, if you didn't know. We got 22 through 48. Very awesome. Looks great. So I'm going to get all the manga out, and then we're going to go through everything one by one. Okay, so we got some stuff on the inside here. We have these 4 characters here, and I'll show a close-up shot of that, close-up angle. So yeah, there's got the pink hair, got sunglasses, and so on. Alright, and there is the characters again, but making different faces. So yeah, there that is. And then we have characters on the other side. And yeah, these are new characters to me. Alright, let's get started, guys. Alright, so we had the very first volume of this box set, and that is volume 22. I remember this character from watching the anime of Bleach and reading some of the manga from the Shonen Jump magazines that I would get every single month back in the day. That was an awesome thing. It's not really a thing anymore in the States. If you live in Japan, you still get those. But yeah, anyways, volume 22. I absolutely love the art style. So cool to look at. And we got Ichigo and his buddies that are Soul Reapers. Ichigo is a part-time Soul Reaper. And yeah, we got my favorite characters here. Kenpachi, Toshiro, Renji, Ichigo, Rukia's brother. So, yeah, let's look at some of the art. Oh, cool. There's that illustration again, but in black and white. Very nice. Alright, next up we got is this character who originally fights Ichigo in the Soul Society arc. A lot of the Soul Reapers do, and Ichigo luckily makes it through and saves Rukia in time. Barely in time though. But he does anyways. So that's great. So yeah, this is kind of a cool perspective with his weapon there, which can be like short and long range. So we got kind of a cool nighttime evening illustration with the purple sky and orange and yellow moon. Next up we got a character I definitely recognize, and that's Grimmjow. With the blue hair, the hollow mask on his face. His fight with Ichigo is so epic. Can't wait to get to that point in the manga and fully read through this arc. So yeah, there's the back. That is a really cool illustration with them all wearing the same outfit. So in this, there's these Espada, and they take Orihime as captive, and Ichigo, and it's up to Ichigo to save her and beat the Espada. But it's really cool with Bleach because Tite Kubo, the creator, creates these sandboxes where amazing action and artwork is made. So it's very entertaining to read and watch Bleach. Alright, next up we got is volume 25 with the inner hollow of Ichigo. Looks pretty menacing there. There's the back. And then we have these characters that show up at Kurakura Town, where Ichigo grows up. And these characters were inside the box set. When you take out the volumes, you can see the pictures of them, basically. But the Espada is insanely strong from what I remember. But yeah, these volumes have such a clean look to them. Can't wait to put all the volumes together and have Bleach completed. That's so awesome. We have Orihime with volume 27. We got Renji, Chad, Ichigo, Rukia, Uru, the Quincy. And then we got volume 28 with this guy right here. We got Aizen and his fellow workers that betray the Soul Reapers and the Soul Society and are the reason Rukia was going to be executed so that they could steal the main weapon that they used to execute people with, which was terrible. But luckily Ichigo, stopped them at that point. Well, actually, they technically escaped, but yeah. So we have volume 29. Love this illustration with this girl and the umbrella. Love the flames, the blue flames on the Bleach logo. So cool. You have the Espada there, and Aizen is the leader of the Espada. That's where they escape to and still Orihime. And then we have this character where we're learning the backstory with Rukia's past and Ganju's brother and stuff. And yeah, we have another color page there. You get color pages in the Shonen Jump magazines, which is really cool. I sold like most of my collection. I still have some, like my personal favorites, but there would be color pages that you'd get in the Shonen Jump magazines, and overall it was just a really great thing to have that you would get every single month. Of like Bleach was in there, Naruto was in there, One Piece, you know, all the popular series. And then we got volume 32 with Grim Jiao with the long blue hair. Can't wait to read this and get to that point. And we got volume 33. Very cool perspective there. And we have the inside of the box set with that image of the different forms of Ichigo in his hollow state. And then we have this character here, this girl. Very cool looking illustration there with the sword. You can really feel the movement of the sword with volume 34. That's really dope. That illustration with Uru, Ichigo, Chad, and Renji. And I have some Bleach figures pre-ordered that come out later this year. Alright, so moving right along here, we got volume 35 with one of the captains in the Soul Society. Yeah, I remember his fight with Uru in the Soul Society arc was so cool. Definitely emotional stuff. And yeah, there's like a figure of Aizen that I want to get because I want to make a video with that. So yeah, that should be cool. So I have a figure of Ichigo pre-ordered. I have a figure of Renji pre-ordered. And if they make more of them, like of Uru or Chad, or to name a few, I would definitely pick them up. And there's that illustration that we saw on the inside of the box set. And we got volume 37. I remember his fight with Ganju in the Soul Society arc. We have a fun beach illustration there. And then, this is a really cool cover. We got volume 38. All these covers are awesome. The action, the art, it's all so good. We have volume 39. And I haven't read through the Thousand Blood Year War arc yet, or this second box set yet, like I said earlier. So yeah, exciting stuff to finally being able to read the full series, because you know, manga has been out of stock depending on which series it is. And getting manga box sets are my favorite way to collect manga because of the bonus stuff. You save money, you look cool, and yeah, it's just fun. So we got volume 40. I remember that character. Very strong, insanely strong. And we have volume 40, the back, with Ichigo and Renji and Chad. Then we have volume 41 with this Espada. And then we got the back. And yeah, I think that's Rangiku there, or maybe it's another character that I haven't met yet in the world of Bleach. And we got volume 42. And yeah. So yeah, that's volume 42. We got the back with Renji hanging out on a nice couch with nice furniture. And then we got volume 43. Interesting cover there with Chad on the back. Got volume 44. This is my first time seeing some of these manga volumes in person and just in general. So we have volume 45 with the leader of the Soul Reapers. Awesome stuff. We have a Halloween themed illustration. That's fun. They're all dressed up as different, you know, Halloween characters. And then we got Rangiku with volume 46. I love to share on Rangiku. We have the back with Rukia's brother. Then we have Gin. He works with Aizen. He's the second man in command. We got the back. This is awesome stuff, for sure. And we got volume 48 with Aizen. And man, Aizen like tricks everybody in the Soul Society, just betrays everybody, and is just a wild villain, to say the least. So that is all the manga volumes. Let's look at the extra stuff. Alright, so we have the pilot chapter for Bleach. Very cool stuff. Characters look the same, pretty much, but looks like it's a little bit different than the actual first chapter of Bleach. Alright, and then we have a double-sided poster with Ichigo, his Bankai sword, and the hollow mask exploding. That's awesome. Really cool. And then we got the back. Man, that's really cool. It's like Ichigo and all the espada. That's a dope illustration. That's definitely my favorite illustration I've seen from Bleach. So cool. Alright, and that is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did enjoy the video and you like Bleach, want to see more, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, peace out. Hey guys, Ryan here. So today I have a new video for you guys. I'm going to be unboxing Bleach Box Set 3. So yeah, Bleach, I have to say, is one of my favorite series ever. I love the art style, I love the characters, the action, the music in the anime is so cool. The anime is actually back now with new seasons, new parts to them. So yeah, really excited to have this in my collection and to go through it with you guys. So, without further ado, enjoy the video. Alright, and without further ado, let's get right into the unboxing of the third manga box set for Bleach. So, this came from Amazon, just came in today, like 5 minutes ago. So I'm very excited to go through this with you guys, to unbox it, go through every manga volume, and just talk about the series in general. So yeah, right off the bat, this is a very tall box set. So yeah, here's the first Bleach box set, but the third box set is upright like this. So that's definitely different. Alright, without further ado, let's get right into taking this out of the box. I'm very excited to see this in person. So yeah, I got it for a great deal on Amazon. Alright, looks like it's upside down, so I am going to remove this. And then I'm going to place this here. Wow, that looks awesome. for sure. It still has the plastic wrap around it. It's completely brand new from Amazon. Alright, so yeah, we have the logo for Bleach in silver. We have Ichigo Kurosaki right here, which looks awesome. It's a dope illustration of the main character from Bleach. So yeah, it says Bleach here, box set 3, volumes 49 to 74, which ends the series. So yeah. And I only have the first box set for Bleach, but I do have the second one ordered. And I can't wait to read through the whole series. I've already read through the very first box set, but I have not read through the second or the third. So yeah, I think I'm going to get off the plastic and then we can take a look at the actual box set. Alright, time to get off the plastic. I love the art style for Bleach. This is really cool. A really cool looking box set. And box sets are my favorite way of collecting manga. Not only because of the extra stuff that you get with them, but they just are really cool for a collection. Alright, just gonna lift this off, and that is it for the plastic. Alright, that looks awesome, like I said. And yeah, let's take a look at the very top of the box set here. So we have Toshiro, Rukia's brother, Renji, Rukia. And then I think that's Kenpachi right here. Ichigo. Awesome stuff. And yeah, let's take a look at all the different angles. So there is the side view. And yeah, we have Renji, Uru, Rukia's brother again, villain characters. So yeah, some new characters that I don't know yet. And we'll work our way through the back. That is dope. So it says box set 3 includes volumes 49 to 74, bonus Bleach premium mini book, exclusive full color 2-sided poster, which 2-sided posters always come with Viz Media manga box sets, but that's great to have. So we have the leader of all the squad captains right here, and then a bunch of characters here from the Soul Society, a bunch of the Soul Reapers. And then, I think this is the main villain in the Thousand Blood Year War arc. And then, yeah, we have like other characters here, which I don't know yet. But, anyways, without further ado, let's open this. I can see his sword continuing on right there. Ichigo's sword, the Zanpakuto. Okay, we got Uru right there, that's very cool. And then we have Ichigo looking out. That is an amazing illustration by Taite Kubo. He not only does the story, he does the art as well, which is very cool to see. One Piece, the creator, he does story and art, so does the creator of Bleach. Alright, so yeah, it says Bleach up top there. And we have all the volumes, kind of on their own shelf, which looks really nice. So yeah, I'm going to get all the volumes out, and then we're going to go through every single volume here. Alright, I got the top row off, but I am noticing that there's Kenpachi right there. That is awesome. I'll show a close-up look of that now. Kenpachi is a really strong character in Bleach. One of the strongest, for sure. He's so strong that he doesn't even have a Bankai, but he still is able to fight other characters. He's that strong that he doesn't even need a Bankai to fight. So yeah, I'm going to show a shot of Ichigo's inner sword. It's the bottom of the box set shelf here. I think it's pretty cool how this is like a shelf of its own for Bleach. Very nice for collecting. Alright, so I stacked the manga here, and one thing I wanted to say before I got into the manga is that I've been waiting a really long time to get this. It's been out of stock for a while. A lot of manga has been, depending on the series, if it's out of print or it's just out of stock. I'm very happy to finally have the majority of Bleach. And yeah, I have box set 2 on the way, so that'll be coming later on, and I'll make a video on that. So we have Ichigo Kurosaki here wearing a cool white coat. I love the fashion and sense of style in these illustrations done by Tite Kubo. So yeah, that's volume 49. Here's the side. Bleach has one of my favorite art styles ever. So yeah, the anime has come back for Bleach after like a decade of waiting, or even more than that, and it looks really good. I want to wait to buy it on Blu-ray. You can get it on YouTube right now. You can watch all 13 episodes of the first part of the Thousand Blood Year War arc. But yeah. Anyways, let's get right into it. Volume 49, The Lost Agent. Ichigo Kurosaki never asked for the ability to see ghosts. He was born with the gift. When his family is attacked by a hollow, a malevolent lost soul, Ichigo, becomes a soul reaper, dedicating his life to protecting the innocent and helping the tortured spirits themselves find peace. After the long battle with Aizen, Ichigo loses his soul reaper powers. Ichigo now leads a quiet and peaceful life until he is approached by a mysterious man. What does this man want, and how does it relate to Ichigo's lost powers? So that is very interesting. I didn't know that yet because I've only read the first 21 volumes of Bleach. Bleach is a very nostalgic series for me. So in like the 4th grade, I got into Bleach and it became my favorite series ever. At the time, that is. It was in my Shonen Jump magazines that I got every month, and I just loved the art style and still do to this day. So yeah, let's look at some of the artwork. It is fantastic, without a doubt. Tite Kubo's art style is amazing, and I love it very much. So yeah, that's volume 49. We're going to move on to volume 50. And yeah, this must be that mysterious man that that is talking about on the back of the book. So yeah, volume 50 there. He's like pouring a glass of a drink and it's like spilling. And these have a very cool silhouette kind of look to it. And this has like red and black and white background kind of look. It's very clean look for sure. And yeah, I want to jump right into this, but I can't read it yet because I want to wait until I get the second Bleach box set. So yeah, and I love the character design for this character right here. I've actually drawn them before. Very fun stuff. So yeah, that is volume 50. And I just finished watching the 4th Bleach movie. You can actually get them all together as a set, all the movies for Bleach that have been made thus far. You can get them all together for like $20, I think, on Amazon. So that's really great. I definitely want to do that because I have some of them on DVD, but I think I'd want to get them on Blu-ray because Bleach has an amazing art style, really cool action, and overall it's just a really great series. So yeah, she has her treats, the donut, and I love her pink hair and pink eyes, and I love the look of this character. So there's the back. So yeah, it's very exciting to finally have this part of Bleach. We got volume 52. Not only is the action cool, but the music is epic in Bleach. I was listening to all the ending songs for Bleach, So we have the two girls here with the rain and the umbrella. That's a fun illustration. It says Bleach on the bottom. And the character designs are just really nice for Bleach. And yeah, I got an art book for Bleach because I love the artwork so much. It's right here. It's called All Color But the Black. So if you want to see me flip through that, the entire thing, from start to finish, feel free to check that out on the channel. So yeah, we got volume 53. We got Rukia and Ichigo. Rukia is one of my favorite characters in all of Bleach. And speaking of Rukia, here she is. And I think she becomes like a squad captain. That's what I've heard. But yeah. I've seen a lot of the anime for Bleach. Love this illustration, it's really dope. That's really cool, with like the skeleton kind of look. Yeah, anyways, we are moving on here to volume 55. And I think this is the main villain in the Thousand Blood Year War arc. So yeah, I've seen a lot of the anime for Bleach, but I haven't seen it all. Especially the newest arc, the Thousand Blood Year War arc. But yeah, this is very cool going through all these volumes. Alright, so we got volume 57 with Rukia's brother looking injured, like he's in battle. And we got the leader of all of the squad captains in the Soul Society. He's a very cool character, really strong for sure. So yeah, there is some SH Figure Arts figures for Bleach coming out. And if you don't know what that is, essentially it's a line of figures that are, you know, not the most expensive, but you know, they do cost something. But yeah, some of the SH Figure Arts figures are really they're priced great, so you can they're really affordable. That's what I'm saying. So we got the main villain with Bleach right there. We got volume 59. So yeah, there's different ways you can collect Bleach. You can get them in 3-in-1s. We have Renji and then Ichigo with snowmen. So there's 3-in-1s. You can get the manga box sets. You can get them in single versions. So 3 different ways of collecting Bleach. And yeah, we have like a character, looks like they're crying. Volume 60. And I think that's Orihime right in the middle there with shorter hair. Or maybe it's a new character. And then we got volume 61 with Ichigo's inner sword, which looks very cool. I think volume 8 or 9 also had the same character here with him being upside down. Oh, we have this awesome illustration from the Thousand Blood Year War arc. Yeah, that same illustration of Ichigo was on the front of the box set, which I showed you guys earlier. Alright, so moving on to the last pile of the Bleach manga for this video. We got a wolf on the front cover. Now that is really cool. I love the color and just the way the characters are drawn. Like I said earlier, the character designs are top notch for Bleach. And has a really cool look. So yeah, that looks like Renji and Ichigo again, right there. And I'm really excited to check out and watch through the Thousand Blood Year War arc. I've seen the new opening and the ending song, and the special ending song, which is kind of like a recap of what's all happened in Bleach. But yeah, so I was watching Bleach, but then I kind of dropped off. I don't remember why, but I just think I didn't have access to viewing the episodes. I would watch it on TV, like with Toonami and like Adult Swim. They would play Bleach episodes on there. But yeah, I actually have a lot to enjoy and read of Bleach. So this character kind of like looks like they're disappearing into the white. Volume 64. And there they are on the back. So yeah, my favorite box sets in my collection are definitely the One Piece, but Bleach holds a special place in my heart. Love the illustration of this character here. All the artwork is just fantastic. So we have the back here with Ichigo and a bunch of the characters, Chad, Renji. Chad's really dope. All of Ichigo's friends are really cool, especially like Uru, which looks like some emotional things happen between Uru and Ichigo as far as I've heard, but I don't know why or what the reason is. But yeah, we got volume 66, and I can't wait to display all these volumes on my shelf. We have the 4 girls here, very nice. And then we got volume 67. And I've seen a video of Tite Kubo drawing, and it's fun to watch mangaka make their series. And I think he's like involved with the new anime Tite Kubo is. So yeah, that's kind of a cool look right there. Cool pose. He looks kind of angry. Alright, and then we got volume 69. I love how these are colored and with the white background like I said earlier. And yeah, I'm definitely glad to have the majority of Bleach in my collection. And I can't wait to read it and make some reviews for you guys. I've been a long time fan, so it's cool jumping back in. We got volume 71. So we have Ichigo here wearing a swimsuit with a water gun with the pink and blue. Those are nice colors. And yeah, I plan to make some stop motion animated videos for Bleach. I already have some video ideas that I want to make, and I just gotta wait until the figures release later this year. So we have Uru there, looking older. We have Uru and Ichigo. They started off butting heads and became friends, and something's happening between them, I can tell. We have one of my favorite covers of Renji Abarai, and his Bankai sword is so cool. It's really cool seeing him all in red, especially since he has red hair. We got Ichigo there on the back. It's really cool seeing like the different power-ups as characters progress through stories, especially like Bleach or One Piece. And we got volume 74. And yeah, we got Rukia and Ichigo, the two friends. They've known each other for a while. And this is the very last volume of Bleach, so I can't wait to read through it and see how this story ends. That would be cool if Tite Kubo came back and made more stories. I know he did Burn the Witch, that manga, which is in the same universe as Bleach. But yeah, the universe of Bleach is really treacherous and dangerous. It's a lot of strong villains and characters and enemies that you come across. The art style and story is brilliant, and like just the way the action is drawn and everything, it's so cool. And yeah, I can't wait to dive back in. So yeah, that actually is not everything for this video. Now that we've gone through the manga, we can go through the extra stuff. Alright, so the video is not over yet. We have some more things to go through. So, we got the bonus booklet for Bleach, story and art by Tite Kubo, with Ichigo on this side in the shadows, and then Uru on this side with the shadows as well. So we get some illustrations in color here. That's awesome. We got Rukia. Soul is still burning. Very cool. We got Kenpachi there in the battle. That's cool. She looks cool with the sword. We got Rukia. Very nice. I saw the white Zero of Creation. I think these are the chapter names. We got some enemies here. Don't sleep till you sleep. We got Renji and Ichigo. And then the different volume numbers for all of the volumes without the Bleach logo. So just the illustrations themselves. That's cool. So yeah. And then lastly here we have is Ichigo, and a bunch of the characters. Has a big diverse cast, Bleach does. So that is really cool seeing that. And then we got the other side. I love that illustration. That's one of my favorites I've seen, I have to say. And one thing I also wanted to say is, so with One Piece they get Color Walk Compendiums, which is basically art books for all the colored illustrations for One Piece that are ordered in the years that the illustrations came out. Well, I really hope they do that for Bleach. I know they have come out with a few different art books, but I would love to see all of the illustrations made through art books. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Alright, well I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, peace out.